The Gary Papa that viewers watched each night on Action News was the true Gary Papa, the anchorman, the friend, the father. He only knew how to do it one way, with passion and love. Gary was never afraid to show his emotions. The same laughter and tears he shared with viewers from the news set were the same as those he shared in his private life. That was Gary.
But the man on TV was only a small part of what made Gary such a success. Being a sportscaster was a 24-hour-a-day job for Gary. He never stopped working. All day, all night, he was thinking sports, making calls, striving to make our sportscast the best in town. He was the driving force behind the Action News Sports Department, leading by example, taking pride in getting the big story. On busy days, Gary would often walk into the office and set the tone by simply saying, "Rock and roll, baby." And he always did just that. That was Gary.
He was the eternal sports optimist. Every year was going to be the year. Whether it was the Eagles, Sixers, Flyers, or Phillies, Gary always believed our team would win. Nothing made him happier than watching that final out of the World Series, because our team had finally done it. As much as Gary loved to see our teams rise to victory, he was devastated when they lost. Just like fans from all over the Delaware Valley, from South Philly to the Jersey Shore, he cheered when they won and cried when they faced defeat. That was Gary.
But Gary Papa was so much more than a sports guy. He was smart, quirky, and blessed with a special sense of humor. What can you say about a man who could 1 minute be reciting Shakespeare and the next rattling off lines from Seinfeld? Gary was a history buff, loved movies, loved literature, and oh yes, he loved his cars. Gary was also a family man. His wife and kids were his heart and soul. The love he shared with his family extended to all who entered his home. If you stepped foot inside the Papa house, you were given a hug and you became part of the family. Passion and love, at home, at work, that was Gary. And that was Gary during a commercial break, dancing. He never knew that I stole that video.
But that was Gary even in non-commercial settings.
This is true.
The one thing we want you to take notice of that just took place just now is that was your voice and that was my voice. And we have another voice in the sports department. His name is Jeff Skversky. And what you need to know is it's going to take all three of our voices to fill that void. Not one of us will ever be able to do that.
And I know we are going to miss Gary more than he will ever know. Gary, we love you.
We love you.
Yes, we do. Thank you guys very much. Well, promoting prostate cancer awareness became a crusade for Gary Papa. Every year for the past 6, Gary Papa joined hundreds of others in the Run for Your Life Father's Day Prostate Run. Gary co-chaired the event, now in its 7th year, and led our own Team Papa. Gary took every opportunity to spread the word about prostate cancer prevention and raise money for research. We invite you to join Team Papa this Sunday morning and support a cause that was so very important to Gary, his family, and others affected by it. The Run for Your Life Walk, I keep calling it that. The Run for Your Life Run Walk starts at 8:30 in front of the Museum of Art. You can register starting at 7 all the way up to race time. We do hope to see you there.
I think it's fair to say they were both a hit. Jeff Skversky, Channel 6 Action News.
Great story. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Deshaun. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Gary.
There we go. What do you got?
Well, we didn't know it at the time, but that was Gary's last sportscast on Channel 6, May 13th, 2009. What I've gotten is 2 decades full of memories of and a lifetime of respect and affection for a guy named Gary. You can pick your loved ones and friends, but you can't pick your coworkers. Isn't it neat when one becomes the other, which makes it especially hard when you lose them both? But our thoughts tonight are primarily with Kathleen, Nathaniel, and Tucker. For Nathaniel and Tucker, Dad is just Dad. Someday we hope that they realize what a huge impact he has had on this community and what a great man he has been. And Kathy, please, rely on us just a little bit. Let us help just a little bit. We insist on that. There's a big Action News family just waiting for you. Action News continues at 6 a.m. with Walter Perez and meteorologist Erica Groh. And now for the entire Action News team, I'm Jim Gardner. Have a good night, have a good weekend, and we leave you now with some special memories of Gary Papa.
Gary is beginning treatment for prostate cancer.
It was diagnosed back in August, and we've been dealing with this since then, and we decided on the plan of attack for chemo. Oh, there I am in the monitor. The chemotherapy a few weeks ago, and one of the byproducts is that you lose your hair, and that's it. Otherwise, I'm me. Everything's the same, and I'm really in the best shape of my life, and I got the two best guys in the world to be here for everything.
That's correct.
Your family.
Oh, I wasn't talking about you two.
Together. We made the assumption he was talking
Are there any circumstances where he can be, you know?
No, that's okay.
We love you, you know that. We'll be back with Gary's Sports Report in just a moment.
More than you know.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
This is the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
Weekends, it's gotta be Action News with Rob Jennings and Gary Papa.
So take the photographs and still frames in your mind. Hang it on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
You got it?
And the Rams have won the Super Bowl.
What do you think, Guy, huh? What do you think, huh?
I wish I could have done that for Philadelphia.
It was unbelievable.
You don't got it.
Can you see that back there? Isn't that beautiful? Who is that?
You got it?
He's a pitcher. He is Hype Talk. How you doing? Getting ready for us? I guess you are. Get the microphone, back up a little bit, and now we're set for Tug McGraw.
You don't got it.
It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. Gary Papa! Gary Papa! It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.